Good day, and I send friendly greetings to the venerable nuns of the Aloka Vihara, to the friends of the Aloka Vihara, to any other nuns that are visiting the Vihara on this auspicious occasion, and also to all of the lay supporters and guests who have come to gather on this a very auspicious day. I was invited by the friends of the Aloka Vihara to come out to the Vihara to join you on this day. But as you know, it would be rather difficult for me to make the long trip all the ways from upstate New York to California just for a one-day event. So instead of coming in person, I'm sending you this recorded video as a way of expressing my joy and my congratulations to you all for reaching the 10th anniversary of the Aloka Vihara. I remember when the sisters from Europe, from the Amaravati, had first come to the United States. And when they came to the New York area, a couple of them visited me and we had some discussions about their future plans. I didn't want to pressure them in any way, but I know that they had to make a difficult choice. And that choice turned out to be, in the initial stages, rather painful to separate from the original lineage in which they had been ordained. But I hope by now that any hurt feelings and any divisions have been healed, and that you are all on your way to a successful reconciliation. And now you've taken a rather, call this a major step in opting for the Bhikkhuni ordination and to continue in the United States to renovate, to renew, and to preserve and transmit the lineage of Bhikkhuni ordination, which is, as you all know, it's a big step in the 21st century, with actually beginning at the end of the 20th century, for women following the Theravada tradition to take the Bhikkhuni ordination, which according to the old tradition had disappeared somewhere around the 11th century. So now, through various means, the Bhikkhuni ordination has been revived, brought back to life, and there are several viharas, especially in California, in which there are women who are living as bhikkhunis and transmitting the Bhikkhuni lineage to their own disciples. And amongst them, I would say that Aloka Vihara is one of those monasteries. I remember when I visited the old Aloka Vihara in 2010, together with some of my friends and followers from the Buddhist Global Relief. We visited the Vihara building in San Francisco, a very nice building, which was just a few blocks away from the beach. But though it was a nice building, it was still located in the city, and the accommodations were rather tight, especially when public events were organized. So I was delighted to hear several years later that the sisters had obtained a piece of land and buildings in Placerville, California, not far from Sacramento, and that is where the Aloka Vihara is now situated. And that's where you are holding the celebration today. Initially, I believe it was just Ayya Ananda Bodhi and Ayya Santachita who came to establish the Aloka Vihara, but over time they gathered several other nuns. I know of Ayya Jayanti, and now my old friend from the New York area, Ayya Dhammadeepa, also known as Conan. And perhaps there are still other nuns who are participating at the event today, and maybe some of the nuns from the other viharas in California. So I send you all my friendly greetings. And I want to remind you that the establishment of the Aloka Vihara is a bit like planting a seed. And when one plants a seed, that seed will give rise to new plants, and those plants in turn will bear their own seeds, And so once one plant begins and bears seeds, those seeds will give rise to still more plants and more plants until you can have a whole field covered with the offspring of that original seed. And so we can hope that the Aloka Vihara, as well as the other Bhikkhuni monasteries in California, will be serving as seeds for spreading the lineage of Bhikkhuni transmission through the United States, perhaps spreading to other states as well. And so, since you are serving something as pioneers, groundbreakers, you have a great responsibility to see that this lineage is preserved in its integrity and is transmitted with a clear and firm commitment to the Buddha Dharma and to the observance of the proper way of life of Buddhist nuns. And so you've all come together today and are celebrating this 10th year anniversary, which is a significant milestone in the development of this vihara, and from a wider perspective, a significant development in the revival and transmission of the Bhikkhuni lineage in the United States. And so I thank all of the supporters of the Aloka Vihara for standing behind these sisters. And I also send my best wishes to everyone who's participating in the event today. Let me send some blessings, some verses of blessing to you. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakantu sabba devata sabba buddhanu bhavena sabba dhammanu bhavena sabba sanganu bhavena sada soti bhavantu te.